Hello folks, Off-Grid Bo here again today, and I've had so many questions in regards to my other cabin and shed videos, and mostly those questions were in regards to zoning and codes, and can they do it in their area, and unfortunately, most of the time there's no way of me knowing something like that, but I wanted to show you another option that would be doable for just about anywheres. This place in southern Vermont is the Jamaican Cottage shop, and they offer turnkey cabins. So they are built to code, have a stamp, they're ready to go. Because of that, they are a little bit more pricey, but I want to give you the option to see something that would 100% work for your area. All right guys, so here we got a 14 by 26 cabin. This is a turnkey cabin. Fully insulated, the inside work is done. It's even got a wood stove attached to it, some nice insulated piping, solar setup, the whole caboodle, guys. So this is a completely finished, ready to go, move your stuff into it, put it on your property type of cabin. Let's go take a look inside. See, it's got a nice screened-in porch here. The screen windows aren't in the windows themselves, but it's a nice screened-in porch. Pretty small, but it's enough to put a couple chairs in its table and look out at your view wherever your cabin's setting. So as you come up to the porch here, you immediately see, obviously the porch isn't insulated, but that's a decent size. I would say it's probably a 4 by 14. Up here we have a price tag, so let's go take a look at this quick. It's a 14 by 26 solar cabin, $47.87, turnkey. So that's the important part to understand, is that it is a turnkey, ready to go, meets codes, meets building standards, and you won't have any problems with permits. So let's go take a look inside. As you can see, it's all nice pine on the inside. Has a nice pine smell. There's a wood stove that you saw from the outside. It's already got the sheet metal up, the backing, nice insulated piping. Ceilings are a little low. It's nice to be easy to heat. I like the little arch ceiling. It's got a nice custom-made countertop and storage here. Let's open these up. Nice little small sink here. Everything here is built strong. I'm noticing all these cabins, they're built very strong. They're not the junky 2x4 sheds that you see often. But in here we have another small room, which would just be the quote-unquote bedroom. And in here they have your inverter and everything for your solar setup right here. This is a 1800 watt, I believe. I could be wrong. I think it's 1800. Which would be, in my opinion, would be plenty for your lights and your basic uses that you would have here. Me personally, I'd run propane stove and fridge just to save on this, but this would definitely be a significant help here at the cabin. Like I said, guys, this room is pretty small. It'd be really tight once you put a bed in here, but you can definitely do it. And when you come around this corner here, we have a small, very small bathroom. I don't know where you would put a sink, but we have a small toilet, and around the corner here we have a small stand-up shower. But overall, it's a nice little cabin. Let's get the view for the whole cabin from one wall to the other here. It's cute, it's cozy. But like I said before, guys, the whole thing with this, it is pricey, but it is turnkey, and that's what you're gonna find if you're in a strict area with building codes and zoning, you're going to need something like this. So let's go on to the next cabin. Alright guys, so in this video, it's going to be a little bit different than the first cabin that I showed. This is going to be multiple cabins, and they're not going to be turnkey cabins, so depending on where you live, it's going to depend on if this is possible to actually live in full time, or if it's just going to be something that could be a cabin or a hunting camp. Like I said, it all depends on where you live, the town you live in, the state you live in. There's so many different variables, but this is still a possibility for a lot of people out there. And it's definitely a possibility as just a traditional camp. Guys, so this is not a turnkey cabin. What does that sound? Anyway, so guys, this is not a turnkey cabin. This is just a normal cabin if you want to use it for a camp, or depending on the area that you live in, you might be able to get away with something like this for an actual off-grid home. But like I said, it's not turnkey, but it's got some cool features, and it's a good sized cabin. Over here. We got a price tag on this. This is a 16 by 24 Vermont Cottage. Frame only is $8,239, and you can see it's got the different seasons all the way up to a 4-season pack of $26,744. Let's go take a look inside though. I like it. So immediately walking in here, you can feel the sense of how big it is in here. It's a good sized cabin. It's got really high ceilings. I like the big windows in here. It's got a really good sized loft up here. It's got neat. Very good sized loft up here. I mean, you could fit easily 2-3 beds up here. As you can tell, this cabin, it doesn't come insulated. I guess the option's there if you want it, but like I said, for a hunting camp, or if you're in a more lax area with the zoning and building codes, something like this would be a pretty awesome little homestead or cabin in the woods. Alright guys, kind of digging the porch here. This is a nice nice cabin. It's let's see what the size down here. It's a 16 by 20. It's a little bit smaller than the last cabin we showed here, but pretty charming. It's got a nice appeal to it. I like it. So let's take a look inside. Alright, so here we got a price tag on here. Again, this is not a turnkey cabin, but this is a 16 by 20 Vermont Cottage, frame only 6'4", complete pack 10785, 3 season, 4 season. All right, let's go take a look inside. You can see it's not as big as the last one. The roof is a half pitch. Still got a decent size loft up here. Still fit a bed or two up here. Plenty of space. One thing I noticed though is the price is still roughly the same price as the last cabin. I think this one has a little more charm to it. The outside looks a little nicer, but size-wise, if you could pay the same price, I'd definitely probably go with the first cabin myself. Nice. Alright guys, so we got one more cabin to look at. I'm really digging the outside of this thing. It looks so neat with the logs. Looks like it's pretty small, but the outside looks awesome. I do like the design of this. I like the little arch here. Take off the steps, doors, very neat. Let's see what the price is on this thing here. So we got 24,000, frame only pack 8 up to the 4 seasons, which is the 24,000. The inside here is very narrow and very long. Not a fan of that, but I do think it would make it pretty easy to section areas off in here to add different rooms. It's kind of a shed style cabin. I definitely like the outside a lot better than the inside, but I think this would be pretty neat if you done it right. If you insulated it and really section it off into different areas and definitely make a nice little cabin for sure. Alright folks, look at the size of this big boy. This is a big cabin here. This is a house cabin. That's the size of it. One thing I noticed right off the start is looks like it's built strong, a lot of structural integrity. It's big. I'm pretty excited to go take a look inside. First, I want to see what the price is on this thing. Over here, we got a 12 by 30 Vermont cabin, frame only 10, 4 season pack 33. And then if you want, what is this? 8 by 20 overhang. I guess that's an additional $8,000. But let's go take a look inside of this, folks. This is massive. This is cool. A little way too big for my liking, but I can see how some people would love this cabin for sure. They don't have any flooring in here right now. Just some gravel, stone. This is massive. That's pretty exciting stuff. What I'm already noticing right in here is, again, with the structural integrity here, everything's built very solid. I mean, we look at all of our rafters and joists here. This is all sawmill lumber. It's built strong. The staircase is pretty neat. All right, let's go take a look upstairs. The upstairs is as big as I would think it would be by looking at the bottom floor. They have it sectioned off. You got to look down from a balcony kind of view. I don't know if I was personally like that myself. I'd kind of rather utilize all the space. But with a cabin this big, I guess it doesn't matter as much. But this is really neat. I could picture some antler chandelier hanging from there. And make a nice fit for this cabin. But yeah, this is built strong. Look at these rafters here. I mean, this isn't a junky shed, guys. This is a solid cabin. And if you had a big family and were looking for something larger, this would definitely be a good option for sure.